Established bands being forced to play shorter sets when they're opening for another band. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison. Yes, this is a topic Mr. Morrison was thinking about a little bit earlier when there's bands that he does listen to that sometimes when they're performing at festival shows, could be the M3 concert, it could be any different type of concerts in the United States and other countries, or they're opening for another national act where they're only allowed to play 40 to 50 minutes, which only gives them to playing sometimes 7 to 10 songs, and the band already has an established catalog. And this does happen a lot. Not here to bash any of the bands because Mr. Morrison doesn't do that. You know, there's bands that Mr. Morrison goes and sees, like Styx. This happened in 2007 when Styx toured with Def. It was Def Leppard, Styx, and Foreigner. Of course, Styx went on. I think Styx and Foreigner did rotating of the first and the second spot. But I know when I saw them, Styx went on second. They only did play a 50-minute set, which consisted of 7 songs. And when I first got tickets for the show in the front row, I was so damn happy. I'm going to see Styx in the front row. It's fucking awesome. Then I heard about the set only being 7 songs, and then I made the best of it. And yes, they did play a shortened set of 7 songs, and they were 7 songs. You definitely would hear the band see, but some stuff had to be cut out, unfortunately. Then you get bands like that Mr. Morrison goes and sees, such as Lillian Axe. They have an excellent album out that just got released in 2022 called From Moon to Tomb. There are some shows that they have performed where, such as M3 could be an example. They did something in Minnesota last year. Oh, they just recently opened for Warrant, where their set was limited to about 45 to 50 minutes. And then, sadly, when you're opening for a headliner, you only can play those so many songs when you have an established catalog, and the bands make it their best. And sometimes, when you're attending those shows, you might have one of those favorite songs you want to hear. You're not going to be able to hear because the band's not going to do it, for the time restraints, and they choose the other songs. And yes, it's not easy for these bands to choose songs this kind of a situation. 2015 when Styx played with who was it? Def Leppard was the headliner. Also, Tesla was on the band. Tesla went on first. Tesla barely did 7 songs. Styx did 10. Hey, I went, enjoyed it. It was fun. Same thing with the Styx, REO Speedway, and Loverboy concert. Got to see Loverboy for the first time. They only did like 7 songs live, but hey, finally got to see the band. Um, these things continuously will happen. Even on the M3 recently, you had, who did you have on it? Who was on it, but I'm just thinking of a band offhand. The Brady Fox with what's his name? Billy Childs they only played about 6 songs. They have 4 albums out, and they only were able to play 6 songs live. Heaven's Edge just released a new album, Get It Right, and they were on this festival and they did about 6 or 7 songs. So there was a song or 2 in that list that they didn't perform, which I would have loved to hear. When they played with Skid Row, Warren and Firehouse in Pennsylvania in October 2022, they only played 6 songs live. They're all from that debut album because the new album wasn't out yet. Excuse me. If you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else out there subscribed. We thank you very much for your continued love, honor, and support. It's greatly appreciated. Sean Morrison Enterprises is the place to go if you would like to make a small donation to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel. These are only a few bands that I'm using as an example, because these are bands I go to see a lot. And that, of course, includes Foreigner when Foreigner was on the tour with Def Leppard, and even shows where Kansas was on a bill with Foreigner and Styx. Kansas was going on first, and they're barely playing 40 minutes. So you definitely are limited to what you're going to hear. You know, it's rare a band plays a lot of new. It's another thing that sometimes when you're promoting a new album, now it's hard for you to go out there to perform a new album, songs off of a new album when you have a 40-minute set list. So fans are only going to get maybe one song off the album, possibly a second. Even Winger recently at M3 didn't perform anything off their 7 album, which caused a lot of controversy. Some felt that their backing tape, they didn't have their backing tracks when they said it was production issues. Anything is possible. See Night Ranger on a new album when he came out, performed 4 cover songs, nothing new off the album. Even John Wade having a new EP released last year, didn't play anything off the EP, which, you know, don't understand either. And it's an excellent acoustic EP, something to relax to listen to. So there you go, friends. You know, I'm just, like I said, I'm using those bands as an example where they can't perform their full catalog of songs they want to perform when they have an opening slot, if it's for another national act that's headlining the show, or if it's a festival performance. So the best bet is, you're going to these shows to support them. Obviously, get there when they go on. I mean, if it's on a show, for example, because this does happen, they could be playing on a show and none of the other bands you're into, you can always go early, watch the band play, and then maybe leave a little bit after they're done performing. Because that does happen a lot too, because sometimes you get weird bills with bands performing. So there you go, friends. What's your thoughts on established bands with a big catalog, only playing 40-minute sets sometimes when they're on a festival show or on an opening slot of a show? Thoughts, friends? Shame, shame, shame.